This is the French flag, and before I continue, I just want to make clear that I have had an issue in the past with maybe roasting the French a little bit too much in my videos. So I just want to say, I actually really like France. I have been to France several times on holiday. I even dated a French girl once, which definitely isn't why I'm salty today. So I just want to say that in this video I'm going to look at French history, and if you look at pictures from France's history, you will see that the French flag looked quite different once upon a time to what it does today. And essentially in this video I want to ask the question, well, why did the French flag change from the one on the left to the one on the right? Well, let's dive into it. So I'm also going to try and not roast the French in this video. So because my French fans, I do really like you and I appreciate you all for being here. So this is going to be a nice video about the history of France and the French flag. So obviously we see this flag as being the French flag for quite a while. It's a white field with the fleur-de-lis is the name of the symbol on there, the water lily. And we see that this actually wasn't the first flag of France. In fact, the oldest recorded flag that we know from France was called the Oriflamme, which was kept by the monks of Saint-Denis. And we can actually see it here in this old picture from the 100 Years' War. It's the red flag in the background. It had a sun on it and it had 5 sort of points on the end, and it was being used there. Now, another design that we can see in this picture is of the French knights wearing a blue coat with then the 3 fleur-de-lis, and we actually see lots of fleur-de-lis in the early period, and later on it gets condensed down to 3, which was being used by the House of Valois, the medieval rulers of the Kingdom of France. And actually during the 100 Years' War there were several emblems that were being used when the French were fighting against the English and the Burgundians. Another one was that the English first on crusade wore white crosses, and then eventually they switched over, so the English started to wear red crosses whilst the French started to wear white crosses. The Burgundians on the other hand wore a red saltire, which I actually have a video about if you're interested. And actually this is the basis for some of the French army flags that they had, that eventually this white cross was put on a blue field, and that's when you get the flag like this, which you can still see in the modern flag of Quebec today. Of course, this is because it was part of Nouvelle France, or New France, which was a French colony in North America, which is why it gets this flag. But what about the design of the white flag? Why do the French show a white flag? Don't make a surrender joke. So actually this goes back to Joan of Arc, and actually Joan of Arc had her own description of the flag that she carried into battle, which you can actually see again in the background of this image. And she says, "I had a banner of which the field was sprinkled with lilies. The world was painted there, with an angel at each side. It was the white of the white cloth called bocassin. There was written above it, I believe, Jesus Maria. It was fringed with silk." So this is really the origin, or one of the first descriptions of a flag that looks similar to what would become the Royalist French flag that was used by the House of Bourbon, although often when they used it, they would use a design like this, with the 2 angels, again with the Capuchin or the Valois symbol in the middle, with the fleur-de-lis, the 3, on the blue background, which makes up this Royalist flag. But then at one point, as is illustrated in this nice painting, this white flag goes to becoming a tricolour of blue, white and red. So how did this occur? Well, the history of this lies in the French Revolution. But before I get into that, I'd like to announce that this video is being sponsored by CuriosityStream, a subscription streaming service founded by the creator of the Discovery Channel that provides the viewer with thousands of documentaries and non-fiction titles, including exclusive originals. If you like today's video on France, you might enjoy this episode on the history of Mont Saint-Michel, the famous monastery in the north of Normandy. Or you might even enjoy another one on the history of the castle at Chambord, which is one of the castles in the Loire Valley, and it was owned by some of the families mentioned in this video. I was actually having a look in preparation for doing this integration, and I saw a couple that I thought, you know what, over Christmas I'm probably going to binge these myself. I might even practice some of my Spanish, which according to you viewers I need to work on. So I think it's a win-win situation here. So if you want to join me this festive season in learning more about the world, then you can get unlimited access starting at just $2.99 a month or $19.99 a year. And for our audience, the first 30 days are completely free if you sign up at curiositystream.com/Hilbert and use the promo code Hilbert. It's easy because it's just my name, so remember that. Alright everyone, thank you very much to CuriosityStream for sponsoring this video. Please do go and check it out. I think it's a great site, and I'm not just saying that because I'm being paid. I genuinely do think it is a really good site and you can learn a lot from these documentaries. So do give them a watch for me and use the promo code Hilbert. To return to the flag, of course the French flag wasn't just white. most of the time. There was also the red and the blue that were added in, and these were added in because these were important colours for the city of Paris. Actually, they refer to two of the saints which were very important to the people of Paris. They were St. Denis and St. Michael, and these saints were also worn on the colours of the cocardes, which were being worn by the revolutionaries during the French Revolution, the blue and the red, lots of them being from Paris, a lot of the important action happening in Paris, of course, during the Revolution. Now, it was Gilbert de Mortier, who was probably known better to the Americans and actually everyone else as Lafayette, who was an important marquis who fought during the French Revolution and afterwards, and also beforehand with the Americans and with the French Royalists. He actually decided to add in the white to make it a national banner, because white had been such an important colour for the French in the past. So he decided to add the white to make it the blue, the white and the red. And then you obviously get this design. Now you can tell that this is a little different to the modern flag in several ways. The blue and the red have switched sides, and the shade of blue has also changed over the years. And that is how we get the modern French flag, the modern Tricolore of the blue, the white and the red. Of course, the white flag was actually still used by monarchists. There were still monarchists in France even after the revolution. They were using the white flag, for example, during the Vendée rebellion, which was in the, I believe, the southwest of France at the time. They were, of course, defeated, although the French did actually manage to get a monarch back after Napoleon, but that didn't last particularly long. And the flag soon reverted back to the blue, white and red. Now what's interesting is that a compromise flag was actually made at one point, where you have the tricolour and also the French royal arms in the middle. Now, who was it made by? One of the Counts of Chambord. And do you know where you can find out more about the Counts of Chambord? Curiosity Stream. Alright everyone, so sorry that was very cheeky to put that in at the end, but I couldn't resist. It was a little link. So I hope you have enjoyed this video about the flag of France. French viewers, I hope you weren't too offended. I do actually really like you guys. Genuinely, I know a lot of French people. You know, you guys are a lot of fun. But I do enjoy poking fun at you at the same time. So I hope that's all understood. It's all a bit of European banter. But I do find the history of France really, really interesting. There's lots to talk about with the flags here. There's lots of different steps and stages with the early flag, the Oriflamme, and also the fleur-de-lis, and then later on the tricolour, and how this is all connected to each other, the symbolism behind it there. So I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know if you did. Please do check out Curiosity Stream. I think it is a really good service to use. And I hope you have enjoyed the video and will enjoy the rest of your day. So I have been Hilbert, and this has been The History.